What's going on, motivators? We got another video. We got to talk about Hassan Piker on how he hates the United States. Let's get into this.
Donald Trump, the fascist hired himself.
For the last 2.5 years, they smeared people like myself and people like yourselves and said that we were radical, said that we were wrong. And yet, we persevered. But now, I can easily say f*** them because I'm no longer alone. Neither are you.
Donald Trump himself is not the disease of our politics. He's just a worse symptom of the disease of our politics.
I know it's hard to tell, but the last word.
Answer me this question. It seems that this year, last year too, that the Democrats have been more obscene, like they cannot talk without saying a swear word. How are you getting people behind you in a coalition with just cursing? I don't understand the Democrats lately. And some people are eating this stuff up. Like, we are moving more from a civil party or civil democracy, and it's going to turn into chaos. This is just the beginning. You start swearing and cursing, now you're going to start fighting.
The person who was speaking was the candidate, almost also at a fever pitch. So they are together, no matter what that candidate says. He said he just wanted a different voice on the campaign trail with him. Oh, no, you guys are close. Radical left influencer Hassan Piker was the first man you saw there deepening the divide among Democrats headed into the midterm elections. Last night, appearing on stage at 2 Michigan campaign rallies with the Senate candidate Abdul El-Sayed. Some moderate Democrats have condemned Piker for his long history of offensive and anti-Semitic comments like this.
This is so insane. America deserved 9/11, dude. I'm saying it.
I don't have any sort of patriotism in my heart.
How could you say America deserved 9/11? If you were in this country, how could you say America deserved 9/11? Like, why are you here? As an immigrant myself, I know Hassan is an immigrant. He's a permanent resident. He's not a citizen. But if you don't like the country, why be here? You don't have to be. But the thing is, they're lying to you. They enjoy the fact that they have the freedom in this country to say whatever they want to, because elsewhere they will not have it. Do not let those people fool you. He could say the same things he's saying elsewhere, but there may be repercussions about it. Not necessarily to the United States, but to that country that he is from. But yet, they come to the United States, which have afforded them an opportunity to speak their minds. And what do? They're ungrateful and they keep bashing the United States. Again, it's like I am here, the United States afforded me this opportunity, and I'm using it to say the United States sucks. Regardless of my viewpoint, I want to still thank the United States, but say I have a different viewpoint, but I'll be very cognizant of what I say when it comes down to criticizing the United States.
For America, but just in general.
It doesn't matter if rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much.
So he's anti-American and he's proud of it. No place in his heart for this country. That's not enough for El-Sayed to keep his distance, to say that he and Piker are not together. Piker has millions of online followers that could translate to voters.
With that too, going back to something simple. Why are you here if you hate the United States so much? I understand if you're a United States citizen and you're bashing, well, you're a United States citizen. But if you're not a United States citizen and you're an immigrant, why? That's why you have some Democrats talking crap about him too.
Should we not go on Theo Vaughn? Should we not go on Sean Ryan? Should we not go on Joe Rogan? Should we just have these purity tests of canceling folks? The lesson of the last election is we've got to be out there. We've got to engage. It's a complex, messy, multiracial democracy. I will defend my views, but the people who are...
I agree with that. Doesn't matter if you're in the left or the right. You should be able to go on the opposite side and tout your viewpoint. If not, you're just being stuck in an echo chamber. Think-alike mentality. No difference from the people who think it's okay to say they might assassinate the president because they're in an echo chamber with people telling them the same thing. And they were like, well, yes, if people keep telling me it's the same thing, it must be true. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. But guess what? Actions got consequences. Same with Piker. If you just remain in your little bubble, you're only going to get half of the people who think like you. And how could you tout or bridge the gap? You got to talk to both sides, whether you're Republican or Democrat.
Saying don't engage will cost us future elections.
Senator Cory Booker was also recently asked about Piker. Last month, an aide to Booker told Politico that the senator would not be joining Piker on his show, and he disavowed the streamer for comments he's made about Jewish people and saying America, quote, deserved 9/11. But in an appearance on Pod Save America, Booker said he didn't even know who Piker was until just a few days ago.
My comms director said to me, oh, you're getting asked this question, would you go on the show? And I'm like, well, who is this person? And all he did, the totality of this person he gave me.
Right there, that guy.
I don't want you, he's not on camera, so I don't feel like I'm implicating him. Mm-hmm. The totality of what he did to me was show me 4 or 5 of the most outrageous things.
And they're pretty outrageous.
They are. I said, okay, well, whoa.
Right.
Let's give whatever you saw officially coming out of my office.
Booker is a slime. We all could say that. He lies through his teeth. Booker is one of the most untrustworthy person in Congress. You could see his eyes. He lies all the time. All the time. There is nothing I could see in Booker that's going to make me feel that he's a trustworthy person. But yet, Democrats flock towards him. The guy has this thing in his eyes that just tells you he's a liar.
This all comes as Michigan Senate candidate Abdul El-Sayed is planning to have Piker make a guest appearance at his rallies on Thursday. El-Sayed has drawn backlash from some of his fellow Democrats for that decision. But a spokesperson for his campaign told The Hill, quote, other candidates can spend their time policing where conversations happen and who gets to be a part of them if they want. Abdul is focused on showing up everywhere, end quote.
America, I'm looking at this. If you're in the left or the right, you should not tag team with anyone that's saying they hate the United States. Like, what is the point? Tag team with those people that want harm to be caused to the United States and its citizen. Why would you tag team with that person and you campaign with that person? Make those things make logical sense to me. It does not.
Views that Hassan holds that you disavow while you're with him right now?
I'm not here to disavow people's views. I'm here to have a conversation about how to get money out of politics, put money back in pockets, and pass Medicare for all. That's the conversation that folks are here to listen to. This whole gotcha game, platform policing, cancel culture, I thought we were over it.
Those lawmakers on the far left, like Senator Bernie Sanders and House members Ro Khanna, Rashida Tlaib, Pramila Jayapal, and Summer Lee, are backing El-Sayed's Senate bid. Garrett Tenney is in East Lansing, Michigan. This story is red hot there, Garrett.
Yeah, Harris, if Abdul El-Sayed is going to win his party's primary, it's likely going to be with support from young progressives. And we saw last night that Hassan Piker is someone who can help him do that. Hundreds of students lined up and packed into these rallies, and they ate up the anti-war, anti-capitalist, and anti-establishment messages from both Piker and El-Sayed. Here's a bit of what some of those students told us.
America, you could be anti-war, anti-establishment, but you cannot be like in America and then hate America. Then what is the point? What is the point of being in America and you hate America itself? You're non-patriotic. What is the point? You could say you hate how the government is run. You could say you hate how people go to war. All of those things I definitely understand. But how could you say you hate America itself, but yet you are here? Leave.
I don't think it's too far left. I think the Democratic Party has gone so far right.
Democratic Party was also against Zoran campaigning with Hassan, and we see how that went.
I think that they're really just trying to shut down Abdul's race early because I don't think they want another Zoran, and I think that
I'm telling you, half of those people are brainwashed. They're brainwashed. These same people who talk about Zoran, they have not watched the history of socialism. These same people, when their taxes get high and they start losing in their community, then they're going to start crying like they didn't know it was going to get so bad. You bring those kind of people into your campaign with the ones who hate, all it's going to cause is chaos. Little by little, you're going to start fitting into that, and you're going to start hating your own friends, your neighbors, and your family.
they see Hassan as a way to do that because of his, statements that are framed as controversial.
At the rally, El Sayed said, "We love and revere our Jewish neighbors and that no one will fight harder against anti-Semitism than he will." But at the time, he was also campaigning with Piker, who even some Democrats describe as an unabashed anti-Semite. After the rally, El Sayed told me Piker's audience is more important than the streamer's controversies.
I do know that the people who listen to Hassan are engaging in good faith. They want a way forward into our politics. Do I agree with everything he said all the time? The guy streams for 8 hours a day. You could take a lot of things out of context he said that I disagree with. And at the same time, I want to have a conversation.
Yeah, but if you disagree with something like saying we should have had 9/11, that's big. How could you campaign with someone who says that? Over 2,000 lives died, gone. And you're going to campaign and just wash it off like he says a whole bunch of things on Twitch. That is major. This guy hates America. He was not born in the United States. He got afforded the opportunity to become an immigrant. He's a permanent resident, but yet he bashes the United States. And you got American citizens, they're cozying up to him and eating it up. Like did himself hate America when the guy wasn't even born here.
Could help the Democrats win this primary, or El Sayed win this primary. When it comes to the general election, they're concerned that that relationship could hurt their chances of holding on to the Senate seat. Both Piker and El Sayed told us last night that is not something they are worried the least bit about happening. Harris?
Garrett, thank you very much. I want to bring in focus now. Clay Travis, Outkick founder. Look, you are an expert in the digital world, and you're also a lawyer. So I have to ask, when you hear Hassan Piker say there's not any kind of a place in his heart for America, there's no confusion around the fact that we are not the country that he loves. Does that help Democrats win, and how problematic is it really?
I think, sadly, it probably does help Democrats win a primary because there are a lot of Democrat voters that don't like America and think America is an evil on the global stage. And of Harris is a desperate.
I want to pose a question. Is it possible that those people who come from overseas and they're placed in the United States and they bash the United States, are they plants? Just food for thought. Are those people plants who come in and they're willfully bashing the United States? And are they even getting paid to do so? To cause internal division. My first mindset is to not cause division. It's to try to bridge the gap into why is the United States so divided, not create more chaos.
To connect with online, particularly male audiences. There are no normal male Democrats. We've talked about this a lot. If you look at the overall breakdown of gender, Democrats are hemorrhaging support with young men. And so as a result, they're recognizing that they have an issue. The problem is, I don't think they're addressing why they have that issue, which is they turn their back on the idea of traditional masculinity. And so they are sort of desperately flailing to try to connect with an audience they don't really understand. Now, what I think is actually super significant about this race, Harris, is Michigan is an empty seat, right? There is no incumbent. There's a Democrat primary, and this guy, this is important. Leave aside whatever Piker may or may not have said. We know El Sayed, this came out, and I think it should be a bigger story than it was. He, on tape, was caught discussing with his top advisors the fact that he didn't want to talk about us killing the Ayatollah in Iran because too many people that would otherwise support him were upset about the fact that the Ayatollah was gone here in the.
These people, they do not like America. They're here to sow division. And I'm telling you, it's plants. I believe solely it's plant where they're trying to eat it from within. That is the best way. Those people, the same thing for the Middle East and the same thing for China. Slow play, slow play. Like my last video mentioned with dissenters trying to cut off the whole Sharia law thing. Those people are trying slowly but surely to eat America from the inside out. And they're using the American people to do it.
United States. I think Mike Rogers is the Republican candidate here, and I would encourage Democrats to go out and support El Sayed, to get behind everything that Hassan Piker has said about not loving America and believing that Jewish people are responsible for what happened on October 7th. Because guess what? The average swing voter in Michigan is not going to respond well to this.
I was saying this and I kept saying it. You could hate Israel, you could hate all of what's going on in the Middle East right now. But to deny the fact that October 7th happened, that's pure propaganda. Pure propaganda to sow division. These people, they don't care what they say. Some of it is all about clicks online, but I believe a lot of it is just to sow division. Anyway, let me know what you think. All right, motivators, if you enjoy what you've seen and heard, please like, comment, subscribe, and share a Black Veterans Perspective. Stay motivated.